Adventure ends in tragedy. Beloved Washington State teacher dies in 100-foot fall just 2 miles into solo hike on John Muir Trail near Yosemite. Harris Levinson, a well-known and a deeply cherished teacher from Washington State, tragically lost his life last month after falling nearly 100 feet during a solo backpacking trip. Actually, Levinson's accident occurred just 2 miles into the nearly 140-mile trek that was planned to lead him to Yosemite National Park. Authorities revealed that Levinson had attempted to take the climber's route up Mount Whitney, a path known to be significantly more dangerous and challenging than the main John Muir Trail. Okay, now let's unravel the full story in today's AI podcast deep dive.
Imagine preparing for months, dedicating yourself to a dream journey, a truly personal pilgrimage.
Right. Something you've looked forward to for ages.
Into some of the most awe-inspiring wilderness imaginable. You're filled with this incredible sense of joy, just eager, excited.
Ready for the adventure ahead.
And then in just this incredibly heartbreaking, unforeseen twist that a dream takes a tragic turn.
Yeah, just miles into the journey itself.
Exactly. That's the profound contrast, really, at the heart of our deep dive today.
We're going to be looking closely at the story of Harris Levinson. He was a beloved high school teacher from Washington State. And his long-anticipated trek into California's Sierra Nevada mountains, well, it ended tragically.
And our insights today, they're drawn exclusively from the sources provided, specifically excerpts from Tragedy on the Trail, Yosemite Teacher's Fatal Fall. And that piece references reports from the San Francisco Chronicle and SF Gate.
So our mission for you today is to understand not just the factual circumstances, what happened,
Right.
but also to get a sense of the remarkable character of Harris Levinson, the specifics of the journey he'd planned.
And also, I think the broader context, the inherent risks that exist even in these iconic natural spaces like Yosemite.
Exactly. We want to distill the most important nuggets of knowledge, sort of leave you well-informed about this very poignant story.
Okay, so let's start with the man himself, Harris Levinson.
He was 61 years old, a cherished high school teacher at Vashon High School near Seattle.
But the sources, they really make it clear his life was so much richer than just his profession.
Oh, definitely. The material paints quite a vivid picture, doesn't it?
It really does. He was described as this passionate educator, deeply engaged in things like American studies and theater.
And within his community, that tight-knit Vashon Island community, he was apparently celebrated for just so many things.
Yeah, a writer, a puppeteer, a theater artist.
Yeah.
Even an occasional stand-up comic, it says.
Wow. It's noted he was known for bringing, and this is a quote, joy, curiosity, and connection to everything he touched.
You really get a sense of the impact he must have had on people.
Absolutely. And what's truly striking are the personal insights from those who knew him well.
Like Carolyn McCarthy.
Yes, Carolyn McCarthy, described as a close friend. She shared thoughts on a Caring Bridge page, one of those websites people use to update friends and family during difficult times.
Right, I know them.
And she wrote that in his final days, he was, quote, joyful, eager, friendly, and full of appreciation for his life and the opportunity to go on this adventure.
That really captures that pre-journey excitement we talked about.
It does. And then she added, just so simply, in other words, he was Harris.
Tells you everything, doesn't it? It's clear from these descriptions just how deeply he resonated with people around him.
And there's another one, Stephen Stern, who actually acted with Harris.
Oh, okay.
He praised him as a generous and emotionally present actor, said that everyone who encountered Harris experienced his warmth and joy and desire to connect.
Making him a wonderful scene partner, he said. It really helps you visualize this truly vibrant person.
Absolutely. So moving on to the journey itself, his planned trip was incredibly ambitious.
Yeah, this wasn't just a weekend hike.
No, not at all. Levinson was setting out on a solo trek of the nearly 140-mile John Muir Trail.
Which is one of America's most iconic and frankly challenging high alpine routes.
Definitely. He intended to start from Whitney Portal in California, that's a common trailhead near Mount Whitney, and hike all the way to Yosemite National Park.
And this wasn't like a spur-of-the-moment thing.
Not at all. The material really highlights that this was long anticipated, meticulously planned even, a personal pilgrimage.
Through some of the most just jaw-dropping wilderness in the U.S., he'd spent months preparing for it.
Months. And friends confirmed he set out on June 23rd. Reportedly in really high spirits, genuinely excited for the challenge.
So you have this picture. Experienced guy, well-prepared, excited.
But the dream of this epic journey, so carefully planned and eagerly anticipated, it just tragically came to this abrupt, unforeseen end.
So quickly, too.
Yeah. Just 2 miles into his trek, Levinson reportedly attempted what's known as the climber's route up Mount Whitney.
Okay, and we need to be clear about what that means.
Yeah.
Because for people who maybe haven't hiked Whitney, the climber's route isn't just a slightly harder trail.
No, absolutely not. The sources describe it specifically as a more perilous and technically challenging path than the standard trail.
Right. It's actually an off-trail route. It's considered a Class 3 scramble.
Which means you're dealing with navigating loose rock, significant exposure. It demands skills far beyond what you need for the popular main trail.
A very different proposition. And tragically, that's where it happened. He fell nearly 100 feet.
Down into a gully. Just awful.
Yeah.
The immediate aftermath, though, it does provide maybe a small grain of solace amidst the grief. Carolyn McCarthy, his friend, confirmed that officials believe Levinson died instantly upon impact. She added that, quote, "We are grateful to know he didn't suffer."
Yeah, that is something, I suppose.
His body was recovered nearly 3 weeks later, though, on July 12th, by the Inyo County Search and Rescue Team.
Which also speaks to the remoteness and difficulty of the terrain where this happened.
Exactly. And Harris's story, as, devastating as it is, it really forces us to confront a larger reality.
Which is...
The inherent dangers that even experienced hikers, people who are well prepared, can face in our wild spaces.
It's easy to forget sometimes, isn't it? Especially in popular parks.
It really is. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, the data from the National Park Service.
Yeah.
It's quite telling.
What does it say?
Well, Yosemite, this park that's just synonymous with natural grandeur, beauty, it's surprisingly the 3rd deadliest national park in the U.S.
3rd? Wow.
Yeah, averaging around 11 fatalities each year. And that's not just falls like this one.
Right, it's a mix of things.
It's a mix. Drownings, rock falls, unexpected medical emergencies, often happening in remote areas where getting help is slow and difficult.
So what Harris's story really underscores, especially alongside these statistics,
is not just the beauty, but the fundamental wildness of these places, even the iconic ones, the ones that seem accessible.
It's a powerful reminder, really, about those unpredictable forces of nature.
They demand profound respect, regardless of how much experience or preparation you have.
Absolutely. The sources mention the impact back home, naturally.
Yes, they say waves of grief swept through the Vashon Island community.
Which is completely understandable given the vibrant picture we've just painted of Harris.
Totally. But it's also clear that even though his journey ended far, far too soon, his legacy lives on.
As that beloved teacher, the artist, the friend.
Exactly, in the memories of everyone who knew and loved him.
So let's try and bring this together for you, the listener. What does this all mean?
Well, we've explored the really vibrant life of Harris Levinson, this profound dream he had for his wilderness journey.
And the tragic circumstances that just highlight the very real and sometimes heartbreaking reality of the risks inherent in nature.
Harris Levinson's meticulous planning, his vibrant spirit, it kind of embodied the very best of adventurous living, didn't it?
It really did. Yet his story powerfully underscores that even with all that preparation, the wilderness, well, it retains this ultimate unpredictable authority.
Mm-hmm. So the question we want to leave you with is this. What does this humbling truth brought home by Harris's story encourage you to consider?
Yeah, specifically about that balance between pursuing your deepest passions for adventure, whatever they might be, and acknowledging the inherent, untamed power of the natural world.
What does this story tell us about the risk involved in solo hiking, even for experienced hikers? Don't forget to comment it. Thanks.